isn't what it looks like. YouTube, welcome back to Concept LT. I paint and create. And for anyone who is new here, give you a little rundown. The things that I like to customize are items that I pick up from the free section of Craigslist, my local DollarTree, as well as my thrift shop. And a lot of those ideas and designs come from spending way too much time on Pinterest. And seeing any paintings and custom projects, I do hope you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a video. This video is giving me a jump start on a project that I plan on loading for Friday the 13th, this coming November. I really wanted some larger knives, but this was all I could find. I went to many thrift shops and even looked on Craigslist, and no one had the knives in the size that I was looking for, but we had to make do. Like I said, I am very pleased with how they turned out. So stay tuned, because I'm going to show you how to customize and paint your own horror movie knives. Let's go.
Alright, before we get started, I just have to put this out there. If you are a young one, please get your parents' permission before you attempt to do this, because these are very, very sharp blades. So as you saw as I ripped open these knives, the first thing I did was just cover these with some newspaper and painter's tape because I didn't want the handles to be exposed to the paint that I'm about to lay down. Spray painting is totally optional. That's just my method of choice. You guys can definitely use acrylic paints for this. If you do use spray paint to lay down your base layer, I would say look for a flat or satin finish. I already roughed this out with a pencil. I'm just going over it now with a Sharpie just to make these lines a little bit more pronounced, because as I paint these, I want to be able to see where everything needs to start and finish. So I'm just going to grab some of these paints here, get ready to mix them together as we're about to lay down our first base coat of acrylic paint. As you guys can see, I'm doing this pretty sloppily, not really following any kind of pattern, just laying down this paint, primarily just to get it on the knives. I call this right here the ugly phase because it doesn't look good at all, but please hang tight, guys. I promise this will come together. You just gotta build up your layers, and then you can start adding in some details. And in case you guys missed it, I am a big fan of Jason Voorhees. He is one of my favorite horror slasher movie icon characters of all times. So moving right along here, I am actually now getting ready to do some of the highlights. Again, I'm not following any kind of pattern. This right here is what the artist he called dry brushing. So what you want to do is just dip your brush in some paint. It'll probably be pretty saturated, but then you want to dab off pretty much all of the paint, which seems like a waste, just to get a little bit on the tip of it, and then just start brushing it over the areas you want to paint. I first went in with the highlights, and now as you can see me working the shadows, I'm taking that same brush and just starting to blend it all in using different paints. Alrighty, so at this point I'm just taking one of the smaller brushes that I have and just starting to work in some details. I'm putting on Jason's chevrons, also putting on the, I guess this are the lips or the lipstick of Jigsaw. Also went in and did the stitches of the mask that Hannibal Lecter wears. And lastly, just finishing off each one of these with a little bit more dry brushing to bring out the hair and detail in the clothes. Which then brings me to my favorite part, where we get to get bloody. I am just randomly putting some blood splatter, or paint marks I should say, all over these characters, using some dry brushing techniques, also going in sometimes and even touching it with my own hand just to get the desired look I want. There's no method to this madness, just do what you guys feel and do what looks good, and find a point to stop, because you can go overboard with this and it could kind of ruin what you're doing. Another thing I like to do to finish out all of my paintings is add this white highlight to each one of them. A lot of people use paint pens. I should probably invest in one of those and start using it, but I like this loose kind of feel that I do when I do all of my paintings. I don't like it to be too constricted or conformed, so I just kind of randomly go in and just paint white highlights everywhere. Like you see, I use my finger here to smudge it in and just kind of blend everything together. I just kind of like the feel. This seems more organic and I don't know, I like it. You guys let me know below what you guys think about that technique. So this here is entirely up to you as well. I just kind of did this on a whim. I didn't want the blades to look too nice and pristine, so I just went in with some sandpaper and just kind of roughed up the paint as well as roughed up the blades itself. If you guys do leave it exposed and leave it exposed to water, it will start to rust, which could also give it a really cool effect. And that part that you guys saw me kind of breeze through there really quickly was me spray painting the back of each one of those in black, and that was black flat paint, and use some red gloss spray paint to achieve the blood effect.
And with that, guys, we are done. So it'll be entirely up to you. If you want to do this, you can paint both sides. I thought it'd be something very simple and have the blood splatter on both of them. So this is the Jason knife, Hannibal Lecter knife with some blood splatter on the back of it. The blood splatter on the back of Jigsaw from Saw. This will chip pretty badly if you don't seal it up. So as I always tell you guys, use a Mod Podge or some kind of sealer to lock in this paint. You would hate to have all your good artwork ruined. And again, these are very sharp objects, so do be careful not to hurt yourself. I am crazy ecstatic of how well these turned out. I am really looking forward to painting maybe some larger blades. Really like to get my hand on an axe or a chainsaw, so stay tuned, guys, because that will probably be another project that I'll be doing. Guys, please comment below and let me know which one of these blades are your favorite, Jigsaw, Lecter, or Jason. While you're down in the comment section, don't forget to hit the 3-button combo. Subscribe, like, and turn on your notifications. I'm moving on to the next project, guys. This one's all wrapped up, but I'll catch you on the next one. Hey, if you liked that video, be sure to check out some of my paintings and other custom projects.